This is a quick overview on how to use the strength and conditioning template. There's a couple of things that need to be noted as we're going through this to make sure you can use it correctly. So whenever you open up the file, you'll see that we have session 1 and session 2 on the left hand side, and if let's say there might be a session 3 and 4 below it. Then as we scroll to the right, we'll have week 1, week 2, week 3 and week 4, and if need be these can be extended further to weeks 5 and 6, but typically we won't go past 4 weeks for any one cycle. And then on the bottom here we'll have what mesocycle we are on. On this example we're using mesocycle 3, but over time this bottom bar will fill up, and these might be named specifically to what you're doing. So it might be general preparation, hypertrophy, power, and so forth. So how do we actually use this template? Before each session, you'll see a warm-up, and that warm-up is specific to that session. And that warm-up will get used for all those sessions for all weeks. So for session 1, the warm-up is split into 3 parts: mobility, activation, and potentiation. So mobility work, we're looking at the hip and thoracic spine, and these will usually be 2 to 3 exercises done for 2 to 3 sets each. After that, you'll go straight into the activation part of the warm-up. In this case, star jumps, squats, and groiners. And as you can see, inside the brackets, after each exercise, you'll have a number of reps to perform. So 10 star jumps, 10 squats, and 10 groiners. And then outside the brackets, you have times 2. That means you'll do the star jumps, the squats, the groiners, and then you'll repeat it twice. Or rather, will repeat it a total of 2 times. And then lastly, you'll have potentiate, and these are explosive movements to finish getting ready for the exercise session coming up. In this case, squat jumps and counter movement jumps. As said, there are 2 sessions, session 1 and session 2. And these go across week by week. So if we just look at session 1, this might be a Tuesday night session, for example, and you will perform session 1 every Tuesday for the number of weeks specified. Inside the first box, we will have an exercise and a code next to it. The code stands for the first exercise, and if it has a letter after it, it means it is a superset. So in this case, we have 1A and 1B. That means that kettlebell swings and kettlebell lateral lunges are performed as a superset. You then have 2A and 2B, which means that dumbbell bench press and dumbbell rows are performed as a superset. 3A, which is our IWTs, are performed just as a normal set, and same for hamstring curls, they're performed for a normal set. We then have the notes column, which gives us notes on how to perform that given exercise. In this case, IWTs. For this variation, we want to perform them on a low incline bench. And for core, we want to pick 3 exercises. The next box we have is tempo. EC stands for eccentric, concentric. Eccentric is the lowering phase and concentric is the upwards phase. And all this box here is to show how fast we move during that movement. For example, we might say on bench press to be 3/1. It means that we want to do 3 seconds for the lowering phase and 1 second for the upwards phase. Most of the time though, these boxes will be left blank. Next we have reps and loads and rest periods. and then across we have the number of sets. These first 2 weeks on this template have been blanked out as there is no training session. So let's just slide straight across to week 3. So we have 2 boxes for each exercise. The top number in the white boxes represent the number of repetitions. So set 1 for kettlebell swings is 10 reps, set 2, 10 reps, set 3, 10 reps. And in the grey box underneath, we will be inputting the weight we use for each of those sets. And these values are typically left blank for the weight, as it will be up to you to determine what weight to use for each set. Then at the very end of each one, we have volume and reps. This is the total amount of weight lifted and the total amount of repetitions performed. Now then, as you can see in the spreadsheet, we have these values down here saying 30. If we go back, we can see this actually links up to our core exercise, and it says pick 3 exercises. This 30 just stands for the total number of repetitions you'll be performing for that set. So if we're performing 3 exercises, that means it's 10 reps per exercise for that set. Okay, hopefully that shows you quickly how to use this template. Any questions, drop me an email or grab me in one of the sessions. Thank you.